Hello, I'm Matt from Ludo-Chrono. Today I'm going to give you an overview of Sfæra. Sfæra is a 1 to 2 player game for players ages 8 and up, and it plays for around 20 minutes. In this game, you play as tamers, and you're going to have creatures of 3 different elements: fire, water, and earth. And you're going to have them battle each other. And each type of creature has a weakness. For example, fire is weak to water. For example, water is weak to earth, and so on and so forth. Obviously, there is a fourth type with it, which is the Chimera. It has no weakness, but has less health points than the rest. The creatures also can level up, and if they level up sufficiently, they become adults, and as adults, they have more HP. So that's the basic of the game. You're going to recruit a creature each turn, then battle with your opponent's creatures, and the goal of the game is to win the fourth battle. On each turn, you each are going to draw an item card. These item cards may be played during combat, either for your creatures or your opponents. And then you're going to recruit, except if it is the fourth turn, in which case you don't recruit. To know what to recruit, you will deal half the cards to each player, and each player is going to look at the cards they have, and they will select one. In this case, for example, I could select this one. Once both players have selected that creature, we can simply move to combat. So players are going to select the creature they want to fight, and we're going to reveal them. So in this case, both creatures have 5 HP, and you're going to place them here. And the goal is to reduce your opponent's creature's HP to 0. To do so, there will be an attacker and a defender, and it will switch. And as you are the attacker, you will roll dice. You have up to 3 rolls. You have the possibility of re-rolling any of the dice except the crosses, and if you have 2 crosses, you deal no damage. If you have 3, unfortunately, you must skip your turn and you will lose 1 health point as the attacker. To deal damage to your opponent, you must have these white slashes or the blue slashes. If you have all white, you're going to deal 1 damage, or 2 if you have the advantage, if you are strong against that element. If you have blues, you will be able to draw items from the deck. If you have 2 blues, you draw 1. If you have all 3, you're going to draw 3 and keep 1. So you have the perfect items for this situation. If you have the critical strikes, you will deal more damage. If you have 2 critical strikes, you deal 2 damage, or 3 if you have the advantage. And if you have all 3, you're going to deal even more damage. The items may be played to re-roll the dice to give players' creatures HP or make them lose HP, and so on and so forth. In this case, let's imagine I have this. I dealt damage, and as I have the advantage, I will deal them 3 damage, and now they become the attacker, and so on and so forth. As a creature loses its last HP, it is vanquished, it is placed aside, and if there are no more creatures in the fight, well, you win the fight. Whenever you defeat a creature, you're also going to get XP. You're going to level up your creature by flipping the card to its level 2 side, and you place it back inside of the sleeve. If it was already level 2, you level it to the adult state, and you have more HP than previously. So this is the state you want to reach. Please note that you may level up only once per combat. Then once the combat is done, you're going to move to another turn, drawing an item, recruiting, except if it is the 4th turn, and let's imagine we have recruited other creatures. Now we will choose which creature will fight first. So for example, we're going to have that fight, and then if I manage to defeat that creature, I move on to this one, and so on. And if I manage to defeat all of my opponent's creatures, I win this fight. And this is how you win the game. You win by defeating your opponent's creatures on the 4th turn. That's it for the basic mode of Sfæra. Please note that it also has a solo mode. Sfæra is a game in which you try to recruit the right creatures that exploit your opponent's creatures' weaknesses, and in which you try to roll the right dice and also use the right items at the right time. Now, bye bye, see you in Ludochrono.